Recording 1. Starting the process of making my performance art piece. So, when I was thinking in class, I was thinking about thinking about performance art, a part of it is discomfort. And what makes me uncomfortable? Spiders. I am very afraid of spiders. So, for the drawing that I will be filming, I thought that I should film myself drawing spiders. And this adds in the discomfort, the fear that I think is part of performance art. So that's what I'll be doing. I will be filming myself drawing different spiders. Hello! So I'm going to be starting my first spider drawing. I hope you can see everything. This was a bit of a difficult setup, trying to get both my face so you can see any reactions I have and also what I'm drawing, and I will be holding it up every once in a while to give you what progress I've made. So, to begin, I'm going to be drawing this little guy that I actually took a picture of myself. So he's pretty small. I wanted to start off easy with something that wasn't too terrifying for me. So, let's begin. So, I'm starting with a pencil sketch of the spider. When I encountered this spider, I wasn't actually that scared, partially because it is very small, but also because it wasn't moving and it had a more rounded shape. Alright, so here we just have a light sketch. So now I'm going to be going in with my colored pencils to color this little guy in. For this part, I'm going to start with the face. I start with the lighter colors, and then I use black for the eyes. So I hope it still was videoing that last part because my video got interrupted. So anyway, where I am right now, we've got a little bit of color in there. So let's keep going and hope we don't get interrupted again. Now I'm coloring in the rest of the light parts of the spider using a light gray, and then I color in the darker spots with black before going in with dark brown. So here we are with another layer of color on it. We're getting very close to it being done. Just gonna add some more shading. And after a few last touch-ups around the edges with some black, this little guy will be complete. All right, I believe it's done. So here is our little spider friend. And I will sign it. And then on the back, I'm going to write down size from like smallish, medium, large, that sort of thing, and I'll write down how scared I am of this type of spider. So for this one, size is small, very tiny spider, like not even the size of my pinky nail. Very small. Fear on a scale of 1 to 10. For a spider, I'd put it at a 1. That doesn't mean I'd be going up and picking it up in my hands or anything, because no, that would freak me out. But looking at it, and I could even take a picture of it like pretty close up. It had to be zoomed in. So I'd say like this spider isn't very scary. So very nice way to start it off. And soon I will be recording the next video. Hello! So I'm going to start drawing my second spider. So for this one, I decided to push myself more out of my comfort zone. And I decided I will be drawing this fun guy. So he was one that my dad found a few years ago when we took apart our old swing set. He was living underneath it, and so I got some very lovely photos of him. So this one is a lot bigger than the one I just did. So we'll see how this goes. This spider definitely made me a lot more uncomfortable than the first one. Not only was it much bigger, probably being about the size of my palm, but it looked much more hostile and was more angular in shape. Its legs were also much longer in comparison to the body. This all combined to put me very on edge. So here's the sketch. Much scarier than the first one for sure. So I'm gonna pause for a sec, I'll be right back. All right, I'm back. Let's continue with this fun spooky boy. Now I'm getting into coloring the spider. I start off with the eyes using black again. Then I use a dark brown on the face. Next, you'll see me start to color the legs. The legs are black and brown striped, giving this spider a spooky Pippi Longstocking look. As I'm drawing this, I'm slowly getting more comfortable with looking at the image of the spider. By focusing on what sections of color I need to draw, it helps me to not focus on the image of the spider as a whole. Alright, so checking in. Oh, that looks pretty creepy. So he only has his legs right now. So all we have left to do is color in his back, and then he'll be done. Thank goodness. As I finish coloring the back, I start with the dark brown patterns before coloring in the rest of the back black. I think doing this project was a very interesting experience, but it definitely put me on edge. I'm glad that it's over. And there we have it. He is done. Very, very scary. So I'm gonna sign this. And then size. Big. He was very big. And then fear 1 through 10. So while drawing, I was even a bit uncomfortable just like looking at him. After a while, I got used to it, but at first it definitely made me very uncomfortable. Fear of the spider itself would definitely be a 10. He was big, just spooky all around. So we're rating him a 10. And so we have our first 2 spider drawings. So I just encountered this fun little guy. Scared me very much. I know he's small, but one thing that definitely bothered me about him is he's moving, and I didn't notice him until I was like a foot away from him, maybe closer. So yeah, that was fun.